Eyenie here. Nice to see you, whoever comes and joins me for this little fiesta. So today I want to talk about perhaps an unexpected topic when it comes to your personal style and how you show up. But it's really been, and this isn't something I really talk about very much. So hi, my name is Eyenie, aka the Technicolor Priestess, and I call myself an iconic image alchemist and energy editor. So I help people essentially transform, hi beautiful one, transform, step into their most iconic selves using the power of coded outfits, and then through the elements, air, water, fire, earth, and space, and then spreading that magic to other areas of their life. And it is fucking magical and spectacular. So what I want to talk to you about today is forgiveness. Forgiveness when it comes to style. Forgiveness and the role it plays in your fully expressed style. Okay? So, and it's a theme, it's really been a theme I've prescribed, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So, when I, back in the day before I started doing, before I started my self-development journey and, got my coaching certification and all that jazz, I was really not a fan of myself at all. I detested myself, and I kept finding reasons. I always found reasons because whatever we look for, we find, right? So I kept finding evidence of stuff that made me horrible and whatever, stupid and ugly and a loser, whatever, you name it. I considered that to be me, right? And so because I have always loved not actually fashion, like I wasn't always into trends and things like that, but I was always totally beguiled by the magic and the energy of clothing and being able to feel the difference in someone when they dressed a certain way, right? Or the energy, like what the charge that an outfit carried and who someone could become in that, right? Sort of that identity shift once that happened. So I was always fascinated by that shit. And I was always just daydreaming about what to wear, outfits to put together, right? It was a big thing for me. And I loved it so much that I did not allow myself to express my own essence through what I wore because I was punishing. It was a form of self-punishment for me, right? So it's like, no, you're not worthy. You're like, whatever. You're not smart enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not whatever enough, right? Or you're too weird, or you're too tall, or whatever. So guess what? You have to hide out. You have to be invisible. And I am going to punish you. And so for many years, I didn't even realize I was doing this, but I punished the shit out of myself for all my supposed, like, what is it called? Shortcomings, right? Everything that made me bad and wrong and all the things, right? So for years, I did not let myself actually dress how I wanted to dress. It was almost like I had a life sentence to just dress in a way that others would approve of because, I didn't want to fuck that up too, right? And I was so not someone who I wanted to be, so I deserved to be punished. I didn't deserve to express myself and my essence fully. I didn't deserve to feel fucking amazing in what I wore, even though it was so important to me that I share this many times, but everyone in my life got a fucking makeover, multiple makeovers. My roommates, my high school people, my friends' boyfriends, everyone got a makeover because I was just so hungry to express what I had to express that I was trying to do it through other people, right? And not in a way now, like I realized I wasn't even doing the whole I want you to express who you are. It was almost like, I want to feel satisfied with you looking or expressing something that maybe is missing inside of me, right? Because I am being too mean to myself to let myself express it, okay? So for years and years, there was this anger and this just this inability to forgive myself. And I realized that was, so if any of this is resonating, if anyone has experienced this or can maybe relate to punishing yourself through how you dress, right? So what I realized, and I put it together, and this is something I do with my clients now, right? But that's how I came to realize what you wear, and it doesn't mean it's expensive or cheap, or it doesn't mean it has to look any certain way, right? But what you actually choose to wear is a reflection of what you deem, like of the worthiness you assign to yourself, right? How worthy you deem yourself to be, how deserving you deem yourself to be. Good morning. How lovable you deem yourself to be, right? So if you are having a hard time forgiving yourself, you're going to dress in shame. You're going to dress in guilt. You're going to dress in self-humiliation and self-loathing. That's how you're going to dress, right? And so until you can reach the point where you forgive yourself, you can't fully express who you are. You cannot, right? Because when you think about it, like even when you're mad at somebody else, like you carry that grudge, and like when you think about them, like it gets your stomach all fired up, right? Ruffles your feathers, right? And the last thing you want is for them, you know, unless you've done a lot of work or whatever, but the last thing you want is for something good to happen to them, right? For them to win the lottery, or for them to fall madly in love and find the love of their life, or to get have an amazing house. That shit, when you're angry at someone, like the last thing you want is for them to be happy, for them to be fully expressed and living their #best life, right? So it's the same for you, right? So if you have this burning desire inside of you to express yourself fully, to say all that you have to say, and to show all that your essence has to like share with the world, visually, you know that that's like something that you desire, and you're not letting yourself do it, I will go ahead and invite you to consider the possibility that you've got some forgiveness work to do. You probably had some forgiveness work to do with yourself, and maybe others too, right? Good morning. So, and this has been coming up a lot. It's something that I do with certain clients along the way, along the one-on-one journey, right? And even for myself, so I have to share, I have felt expressed for a while now, right? And even this year, it's like, you know how they say new level, new devil, or like a new level of whatever expansion brings you back to certain shit that you hadn't even considered before, right? So I realized like there were certain things I hadn't forgiven myself for, like there was still some residue there. And so one of the things that has helped me even come more fully into my own expression over the last, few months, right, has really been doing Ho'oponopono. Raise your hand if you know Ho'oponopono. It's so simple and it's so beautiful, right? But doing Ho'oponopono just every day, I've posted about it before, but just literally, I like to tap. I like to do EFT and say Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, Eyenie. Please forgive me, Eyenie. Thank you, Eyenie. I love you, Eyenie, right? And can I tell you, just that, the last few months of doing Ho'oponopono and forgiving myself for all the little things I was still holding a grudge for, right, has opened up even more channels to my expression, has helped me become even more clear on who I am, has allowed my essence to express even more fully. So it's like the more you forgive, the more of that residue and that yucky, murky, yucky fuckingness you can get rid of, the clearer you are to just express who you are. And it's so fucking beautiful. And the less you care about what others think, right? Because classic mirror thing, right? If you're judging yourself, you're judging others, and you're also afraid of them judging you, right? Because you know you're there talking shit from here to high heaven about yourself, right? Can I get an emoji on that? So when that stops, when you stop judging others, when you finally forgive yourself, like you don't really care what others think, because that's just not the mirror anymore, right? That's not what's being reflected back at you. So, if you are ready to express your style in a next level way, and something is stuck and you haven't been able to get visible how you want, you haven't become a scroll stopper, and you bet your bippy I'm going to talk about glow the fuck up and get social in just a minute. If you haven't been able to really get out there and show, just radiate, like just literally like splash the canvas of social media with who you are in all your glory, I can guarantee that there are some sticking points, and that there are some things that you haven't forgiven yourself yet. You haven't forgiven yourself enough yet. You haven't forgiven yourself enough to fully express and own and embrace and share the fuck out of who you are. And I can guarantee it. So like I prescribe to my clients, right? I'm an iconic doctor, and a doctor of iconic tree. Ho'oponopono, do that shit for 21 days. Do Ho'oponopono for 21 days and just ask yourself for forgiveness. And not only will you see what magical shit starts to emerge and change and shift for you in other areas of your life, but I fucking guarantee you will feel more open. You will feel more receptive to yourself and to your style and to expressing yourself in a fuller way. I guarantee it. I really do. I really do. Who's willing to do this? Who's willing to like do some forgiveness work and see where it takes your style? Can I get an amen here? Hit me with an emoji. I love an emoji, guys. So glow the fuck up and get social is all, it's about being a scroll stopper and like having amazing outfits. Thanks for the emoji. Right? And also it's about something way deeper than that. It's about healing that relationship with yourself. It's about using the tools to get over the fear, to get over yourself, to get over the self-loathing and all those obstacles, and throwing yourself under the bus, getting yourself on your own team so that you can finally get visible and give yourself what you desire, right? When you forgive yourself, you start fucking giving yourself what you desire. Oh, thanks for the emojis, guys. Right? So that's what this program is about. It's not even a program, it's a boot camp, please. So glow the fuck up and get social. It's a 4-week boot camp, and I'm gonna be taking you through different phases of self-discovery, right? You're gonna discover your elements that you present, that you're supposed to lead with visually and energetically to be your most iconic self, to really have an amazing fucking presence, right? You're going to be learning how to get over this shit that keeps you paralyzed and like, oh, so fucking scared to show who you really are, right? Like, I'm talking real, authentic, not this cliche authentic visibility shit, but like real, true, raw, like genuine expression, actually being who you are, right? And embracing the shit out of that. That's what we're gonna be looking at in this program. And what happens is that you, like, I've heard people say this work is like liberating. You are set free from like the prisons you've put yourself in your brain and your subconscious mind, right? In your closet. We find lots of ways to keep ourselves like locked up and bound and gagged, right? So I promise you, once you do this work, like just, yeah, a whole part of you is set free. Like, fuck, that's what this work's all about, right? And as a side effect, like a beautiful side effect, you get amazing outfits. You get to optimize the shit out of what's in your closet already. You get to feel like hot shit, because that's what you are. You get to feel all fly and fine and smoking hot, you know? All right, hey B, you said you took fire deep down. You knew that about yourself. You've been out of alignment with your style for a while. Yeah. What else? Yes, and I guarantee if you're not showing the fire in how you're dressing, right? Because you made yourself wrong, and so maybe that part of you that makes you big and visible, because fire is the most extroverted and flashiest and sort of like, yeah, most dynamic, visible of the elements, right? I guarantee you're holding back on the fire in your business, holding back and probably in your relationships, right? The fire needs to be there in every area of your life. So the clothing, what we look at, it's really just a metaphor, right? Because the elements are then applied when you're in that amazing relationship with yourself and your elements. That shit just, it like ripples out into everything. So yes, it's fun. Yes, I love glitter. Yes, I love purple and silliness and all that shit. Because I'm air, that's what we do. And this is the stuff that changes your fucking life. Like when you, because it's more than just like, oh, I'm gonna get to know my fire to know what cool styles I should wear this season. Yes. And also, you're literally setting free the part of you that has scared the fucking shit out of you and that has made you resist being exactly like fully who you are, right? So it's about self-ownership. That's what this is actually about. You own yourself so fully and you back yourself so fully and you believe in yourself so fucking fully that you can like scream it from the rooftops and tell this person about your message and this one and write the book and whatever and wear that crazy outfit and come what may. Like, who the fuck cares what anyone thinks, because I know I'm the fucking like iconic shit, right? That's what this is about, because when you show up in that way, people are like, you are irresistible. You are irresistible. Ah, Diana, you did the quiz and got space. Ah, space. Yes. Space and fire are typically the ones that scare the clients who come to me. It's typically because they want to learn how to express their space and their fire, because those are the two that can be the sort of most challenging to just take ownership of, right? Because space is it's very unconventional. It's all about the new. It's all about just things we've never seen here on Earth before, right? Innovation. So obviously our brains can't even wrap themselves around space. It doesn't follow linear time. It follows no rules. It's all of it and it's nothing. Like, think about outer space, right? So it can be sort of like, it can be a big one. So curious to see what you found interesting about it, lovely, and how it resonates. So it's not just about accepting our space or our fire or whatever, right? It's about what those characteristics that are part of our essence that we're denying ourselves, that we're not allowing ourselves to connect with. And I say fucking like escándalo, no more of that. We're done with that shit. It's time for you to be fully who you are. It's time for you to just be front and center in your business, on your feed, every fucking where, so that your people can not only see you, but they feel you, they're magnetized to you, and they know that you are the one who's gonna help them change their lives because they see you showing up so fully and so like, and in total ownership, right? That's what Iconic is. So let's raise our cups to that. Fuck yeah. So glow the fuck up and get social begins on Monday. So if you are ready to get visible, you are ready to be magnetic, you are ready for, because we always hear, right? Just be yourself, right? If you're growing a business, just be yourself and your people will find you. Yeah, and sometimes, like for me at first, I was like, how the fuck do I do that? Like, be myself. Like, I don't even know where to begin with that, right? So luckily, eventually I got the hint and I did my own, I applied my own tools and used my system to discover that I'm air and space. So now I just accept, like, this is how I express. I am a little quirky. I'm a little weird. I'm not everyone's cup of tea and I don't give a fucking shit, right? So that's the magic here for you too. The more you are, the more your people can fall in love with you. The more easily you can show up. Like it requires no effort. Like I didn't prepare anything to say. I just got excited about talking about forgiveness and Ho'oponopono. Go look that up. Go look up a video of Ho'oponopono on YouTube and just do it. And I'm talking about it, right? So I get to just be me. You get to just be you. But looking and feeling and vibing at your very fucking best, right? Hit me up with some emojis again. I'm all fired up about this one. Hold on. So what would it take for you to forgive yourself? What would it take for you to say yes to giving yourself the gift of fully expressing, of discovering those parts of yourself that you've known are there, but you've had like the blinders on, right? It's like those dogs with the freaking cone. You're like, I'm just gonna go through life like this with a gigantic ass cone and not see everything about myself. How about that, right? Who wants to do that? Seriously, just take off the fucking dog cone. What are those even called? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Take off the cone, just let her rip. Just let her rip. So 4-week boot camp, it will fucking transform you. It will transform how you dress. It will transform how you show up. It will transform how you view yourself, how you understand yourself. You're gonna understand yourself in a whole new way. You're gonna have a whole new navigation system that to yourself and even to your fucking business. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Just fucking, like, that's it, okay? I'll put the link in the comments, and thank you guys for watching. Yay! And, yeah, that's it. See you in Glow the Fuck Up. It starts Monday. The investment is $497, which is fucking bonkers. It is. It's $497. There's a closet session included. I think we have 6 spots where the bonus is still, I will go and do an energy reading of your social media post of choice to tell you what energy is missing and how to recalibrate it so that you're at your most potent and your most iconic. You get access to me via Voxer. That's a bonus too. Like, this is bananas. And I wanted it to be bananas because I wanted it to be a no-brainer. And I want it to really fucking like transform you. And for money to not ever be like, money should be no excuse because there's also a fucking payment plan for the $497 version. So anyway, link is in the comments. I cannot wait to see who is ready to forgive themselves, who is ready to step into their iconicness, who's ready to like fucking rock their own world, okay? Let's fucking do this. Yay! All right, off you go then.